No, this is the Nigerian parliament in South Africa. It's those guys who made their own parliament in South Africa. So
this is the reason why we will fight tooth and nail with SA government to get rid of these people. These people must go and fix their countries. Then they cannot come into our country and start creating their own laws and their own states in our country.
South Africa. That's why Ghana right now is protesting. Ghana is up in flames as we speak. They don't want Nigerians in their own country. They don't want Nigerians in Ghana right now as we speak. Nigerians went to Ghana and they started to build and establish their Igbo and traditional leadership. They said they wanted the king and the kingdom in Ghana.
If everybody is saying something about you while other nationalities are in that country, yet they're not complaining about those, but you are constantly the target, then it means that it's time, my brother, to look inside, maybe with a smell spiritually. You understand? Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new here, my name is Lillian. To my OGs, I appreciate you for always coming back. Kindly give this video a like. So I saw this video on the front page of YouTube last night and I clicked on it only for me to see this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a video of our fellow Nigerians, my fellow Nigerians in South Africa, allegedly trying to build their own country inside of South Africa. And I totally understand it, because when you say something small thing, they will tell you, what about the white South Africans that have a country inside of South Africa? So it means them too, they can build a country inside South Africa. Let's get into the video before I will give my take.
No, this is the Nigerian parliament in South Africa. It's those guys who made their own parliament in South Africa. So
this is the reason why we will fight tooth and nail with SA government to get rid of these people. These people must go and fix their countries. Then they cannot come into our country and start creating their own laws and their own states in our country. These are men that are supposed to be in Nigeria fighting Nigerian government there to ensure they get it right as a country. How is Africa going to unite when men like this, grown men like this, are running away from challenges?
Strong-looking men.
Yes. So we're going to end this madness. We're going to send all these people back home. They will be forced to build their countries screaming and kicking, whether they like it or not. And no living man will stop what we're doing. Africa must rise, and we will have to push it. For that to happen, we have to push in South Africa. We must deport each and every African in South Africa. Make sure that they go back to their respective countries to fix them. This madness must end. And when we were warning them, Uguti, we will deport them and send them back home empty-handed. It was not a joke. See, now this man used all his savings to build this thing. Now we are going to demolish it. He's going to definitely go back home empty-handed. We are not playing here.
And this is the same reasons. That is this is the same reasons and the same things that they're doing in South Africa. That's why Ghana right now is protesting. Ghana is up in flames as we speak. They don't want Nigerians in their own country. They don't want Nigerians in Ghana right now as we speak. Nigerians went to Ghana and they started to build and establish their Igbo and traditional leadership. They said they wanted the king and the kingdom in Ghana. Ghana doesn't want them now. Now they are in South Africa. They want to build their own government. Same thing they're doing in Ghana. They are establishing their own fake parliament in South Africa. This is why we are going to take the very same stance as Ghana. We don't want Nigerians here. We don't want Nigerians in South Africa. South Africans don't want Nigerians in South Africa. They must leave, all of them.
Oh, more. But what is the problem exactly? We are going to go back into the video because somebody said something. I mean, one of the owners of this parliament in South Africa said something in this video, and we are going to go back there. But before we get to his part, my fellow Nigerians, is everything all right? What what is happening to Rio Long? What is going on exactly? What can be the problem? I know those that hate to hear the truth wouldn't want to hear, especially coming from a place like mine. You are not supposed to talk because you are from, but we will have to talk because now they said in this video, and I quote, every Nigerian, according to this video, all the Nigerians must come back. I personally have, from my father's community in Nigeria, I have a family, a man and his wife and children and his brothers. You know, he have come back home to take his family, some of them with him, and they are living in South Africa. But there's something that this man is doing that I personally must appreciate him for. He's married to a South African woman, but do you know the name of his children? One of his child's name is Abuja. And guess what? They used to come back to Nigeria regularly. If not for this insecurity, that man used to come back regularly with his children. I can't remember the name of his other child because he have 2 girls. Apart from Abuja. Abuja is sticking in my head. Now, he is a lawyer in South Africa, so it is expected that he has papers and he's staying legitimately. But now they are saying all Nigerians must come back because of the actions of other Nigerians. What is wrong with Nigeria? Is Nigeria not enough? Who swear for Nigeria? I just want to know. Me, I know who swear for Nigeria, but I want to ask, do you know who swear for Nigeria so that we can come together and deliver Nigeria? Why will you leave your own country and go and build a parliament? According to this lady, they are building a parliament, which me, I don't understand. I can't believe it because to me, it looks like a meeting board. I'm not there. They are there. They know what they're saying. So I cannot sit there and defend what I don't know. Anyways, one of the members of this organization came out to speak. Let's go back to the video.
My sister, I don't know your name, and honestly, I'm not interested to know your name. You know, you are talking out of no knowledge of what is being called creating a state in another people's country. You know, you don't have any idea of what it means to have your people come together so that they can know each other, so that they can be able to help each other. That is not a state. Your hatred is so much that you don't do verified before you condemn what people are doing. They are not violating South African laws. They are not violating South African rules. You are the one who is violating the rights of other nationals in your country. So you are planning to make sure that Nigerians went back to their country because to you, they are creating another state in the country. If you know what you are holding in your hand, what it represents, for your president to be there is a sign that they recognize the law of South Africa. They recognize where they have been given a space to find a greener pasture and to come together as family or as those who has come from another country to know more of themselves, to see even what they can even do to contribute to the growth of South Africa. You don't just come out and be saying nonsense. Your hatred is allowing you to be saying nonsense with your mouth. Your hatred is allowing you to be overdoing what you do not have the right to do. If there is any person from Nigeria that is violating any law, it is in the rights of the police or the government to take action. The highest you can do is to make sure that the person is being arrested and you follow it up, not you to chase those people away. My sister, you have no right to do such, and I'm sure you will never win on this kind of thing you are going around to do. It's becoming too much of you do this, you do that. So you just see on a calendar of a group of organization where they do their calendar, and it is something that worrisome to you. How come a calendar, or how come a people who comes together and pay for a hall where they do their meetings to know their brothers, to see even what they can contribute in this country, South Africa, as people who government has welcomed and give a state to stay, and you still have a problem to eat? Listen, you are taking it too far. You are definitely taking it too far. I am not in support of any Nigerian who have done anything bad. Let them face the law. But you going against those who have not done anything wrong and even paid their tax, do everything in the country, and you still have the hatred to see how you can push them away. You are not a traveler there. If you are one, you will see what it means that when you find yourself in another country, how people comes together. Even your own people that is in other countries, some of them find a way to come together and to know each other. Why is it too much for you to see that what you are doing is wrong? It's completely wrong, my dear. Stop this hate you are spreading to your own people of African nationals. Can you do this to whites? Can you do this to America? Can you do this to Europe? Can you do this to every other Asian, Europe, and countries that is in this country? Oh yes, you cannot do it. Look at how they are packing themselves in one place. Are you going to say to them they should leave? Have you done it? Amanda is there assisting. Have you gone there to pursue them away? You're only fighting your fellow blacks. It should be a shameful thing to you and to those who are following you doing all of these things. I've been watching you, a lot of things you've been doing. I don't have any say to that, but this very particular one you're talking about, they are taking your state, they are taking this, Ghana is doing that. What information, what full information do you have about what you are saying? You're just talking nonsense, my dear. If you want to do things, do it right. And don't do it with emotions. Don't do it with hatred. Don't do it to show xenophobic or racism. That is exactly what you are doing. If you find any Nigerian that are doing something, report them. Make sure you follow up. They are being arrested and persecuted. Not in your place to do such. Say you are pursuing. They are doing this. I believe all of this nonsense is because you don't have something that is keeping your time from morning till night. Because if you have, I don't think you will have time to dress up every day. You're walking around to see those who are staying in South Africa that you want them to leave. The last word I can advise you on, do things right. Don't hate. Don't xenophobic. Don't resist. Because racism, xenophobic, hate can escalate to destroy things you're supposed to have with your brothers and sisters. That is my word for you.
I think it's time we ask ourselves this question. Why do we get treated differently from other nationals in these countries that are complaining about us? When they complain about us, we now remind them that there are other nationalities in that country. So don't you think it's time for us to ask ourselves, what are we doing wrong? What are the other people doing right that we are not doing? Or what are we doing wrong that the other people are not doing that is making us the target? What are we doing wrong that is making the people uncomfortable with our presence in their countries? What is that thing we are doing that is making people uncomfortable having us around them? For me, if you ask me, I would like to ask us that question, because he said it now that there are other nationalities in South Africa and they are doing everything, some of which are even building whatever. The South Africans are cool with it, but they are not cool with you. So something is wrong. If South Africans are saying that because they are xenophobic, what about Ghana? What about Vietnam? What about China? What about Malaysia? What about India? What about India? What about, I cannot name them all. If everybody is saying something about you while other nationalities are in that country, yet they're not complaining about those, but you are constantly the target, then it means that it's time, my brother, to look inside, maybe with a smell, spiritually. You understand? Something is wrong. I mean, this is not ordinary. This lady is saying that not one single Nigerian will remain, whether illegal or legal immigrant. Everybody must go. It's like we need to start looking inward. I know some people will not be happy with this. We need to start looking inward. Remember, in this video, I did not mention any tribe. What they want us to believe, what they would have done if what happened in Ghana here have happened in a place where people like me and a few other Nigerians that risk it all to speak the truth, to point it out. I believe in this South Africa. Now, if you zero it down, if you narrow it, track it down, you go see who they behind this kind of attitude for them. And I like this South African lady who is giving African supporting Africa. African supporting Africans. She said, go back to your country and fight. Fight to save your country. That way we can unite. But don't run to us as refugees because there is no civil war going on in your country. Anyways, we have come to the end of today's video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.